All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer. I am with Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to review, break down, discuss episode 1 of the new spin-off show, The Penguin. Colin Farrell is back as the Penguin. Was it Oz Cobb? What was his name? Oswald Cobb.
Oz Cobb.
Yeah.
We call him
Oswald.
Oswell Cobb.
His mom, Oswald
Yeah.
Cobb.
No, so the what's call him? What's her name that scared the hell out of me? Sophia.
Sophia, yeah.
Sophia, yeah.
All right. You want to whisper in your ear, they're either trying to love you or they're trying to kill you slowly.
I know.
That's only two things.
I always think of her as the mother from How I Met Your Mother. Like that's it. She's always gonna be you're the mother. But yeah, so like I said, this is a spin-off from the Batman movie. Same character. It kind of picks up right where the movie kind of finishes. So yeah, which is pretty cool. I like that. But we'll get into some of our likes and dislikes and stuff like that. We'll start off with Brandman. What you like about this?
I like that they set the tone pretty much right out of the gate, which was great. Like the first 5 minutes. I was always from when they announced this, I was pretty excited just because I really like this take on Batman. I like this take on Gotham. I've been excited to see more world building within. I really enjoy Colin Farrell in this role. Even in the Batman, like the bit part that he had, I thought he was he just made it all count. He is one of my most memorable aspects of that movie. So I'm really excited that he really gets to do even more and has even more to work with in an 8-episode miniseries, however many episodes it's supposed to be. And I like that. I think this story makes sense if you're going to kind of build up more in this universe. I like that they're going to do more with this character in particular. So it set a good kind of tone and a good vibe to where I already feel invested.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. What are you, Brian?
Yeah, I think when he said it started off right off the bat like running, I thought that was a very good plan for them. So the type of violence you're expecting. I felt very much like I was watching The Godfather, Casino, and that type of world that you just felt the gangster in it immediately, and you understood what they're trying to give you, the vibe of Gotham they're trying to give you, and understanding. Especially because we've all went through Katrina, and you saw how New Orleans was set, and how all the rich parts of New Orleans was rebuilt, and then the Ninth Ward was not. You understood what was going on. So even with the character like Victor, like you understood not being able to having nowhere to go home. I thought that it was smartly done, and it actually it brought me in because I was not looking forward to this. I did not know what we were going to get from it. And I gotta say, Colin Farrell, I forgot it was Colin Farrell multiple times. He's so good. It's not just like a makeup job. They change him. And his, even his delivery, I thought that was good. I think that they are going with a good storyline, and I understood what they're trying to do. And it's more of a realistic feel. So that's why I'm not sure, not surprised some people don't like it. It's definitely street level idea, because I was just telling Brandman in the backstage saying, just like Spider-Man, Batman really is a street level guy, a street level hero. That's really what it is core. That's what he is. And this world is built by the Batman. So this should feel that way. Should feel very realistic because it's something that could happen. And I like the way they're building this character up, and I feel like we know where we're going to get from him. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So real quick, I was like, hated it, all caps. Not surprised. Yeah, you did not like the Batman. So if you don't like the Batman, you probably won't like this one because it's more of the same, you know.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the Batman because, like you said, it was very grounded and more real, kind of thing, early Batman kind of stuff. But it's also now we got early Batman in the Batman, and in the Penguin we're getting early Penguin. You know what I mean? He hasn't made the name. He hasn't become the Penguin yet. You know what I mean? Which I find kind of cool. I think he was called the Penguin in the movie, I think. But he hasn't become this like crime boss, you know, that yet. And I'm kind of digging that part the most is him going through the mob kind of thing and him becoming the crime boss, you know, because like for me, my least favorite Batman stories are usually when it has to do with like the Gotham mob kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, cool. But I want to see, you know, all the crazy villains, you know, like the Penguin. So yeah, you know, him driving the purple car, the plum car, you know, was very very, you know, on point with the character. But yeah, but I'm really digging with what they're doing with it, and hopefully by the end he becomes, you know, the Penguin. You know, I want to see him in the suit. You know, I want to see him, man, maybe not the top hat. That might be a little too much, but I want to see him at least in like a penguin suit kind of thing. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
But yeah,
Oh.
but within an hour, they gave him a lot of backstory and a lot of like you feel like you know this character now. Like they did not waste any time doing
Yeah,
that.
dude.
You know, yeah,
His mama.
yeah,
That mama was cold. I was looking at my wife. I said, "That is the most gangster mom I've ever seen." Talking about, hey, watch your tongue when you walk in here, and she was gangster as hell. Hey, how did I raise you?
Yeah,
You take this
Yeah.
city. He's like, "Hey,
Right.
mom, we running." She's like, "I ain't running. You ain't running. I ain't raised you to run."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of raised him to waddle because he has a club foot, but it is what it is.
I know that she said that foot touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they show it. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
What
And
was
she's
I
like,
the
what's wrong
only?
with his foot? Why is it turning? I was like, it's called a club foot. That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
you know
Was
exactly.
I the only one when he grabbed the ring? I'm like, oh, is he gonna put it on his toe? He's like, power. Come on,
Put on
my,
a slipper.
yeah, put it
You're
on.
the one. Yeah, there's
I'm
no
the only
way.
one because he was rubbing his foot and then he's playing with the ring. I'm like, he's gonna put the ring on his toe. That'd be weird.
Okay.
Yeah, but even the ring thing I thought was cool. You know, like he is going to be the crime boss that we know and love. So
Oh no doubt about it. Yeah.
his
But you
mom
can
will
see
be the
him
guiding
building
light.
it. You can see him building and how his mother is encouraging him, and then what we're gonna get with Victor, and what we're gonna. I mean, like I thought the whole connection between he and Victor was very very well done, and then the fact that Victor, as he got nervous, started stuttering, right, and it looked like without any lines being or dialogue coming through, you can see like they had a connection. It's like he saw something in himself, of himself inside of him, and that's why he let him live. And then the idea where he was like, okay, well, you're gonna help me with this body, and then I want you to go look at this sunset. And he knew Victor's like, he's gonna kill me, and he begged for him not to, and like you understood the connection now. And then he's really lucky he did it because Victor pulled off some great ish.
He saved his ass. Yeah.
Right on time.
Yeah. So, but cool. Anything either of you guys didn't like about the show, Brian or Brian? Because there's not much for me.
What you got?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to for me either, especially not at this point. I hope that it doesn't ride like the too much of the coattails of say like Scarface or The Godfather to the point where it kind of feels like like they're more or less ripping off. I tried to avoid that word, but you could definitely feel some of like the inspiration from a lot of classic mob or mafia movies. I just hope it remains its own thing.
Okay.
I actually don't care if it does or not, because I think we all as Americans have a certain feeling about what it is to be, this Italian type of mob, the idea of what it is. Like, you have to follow certain hits. And if you don't follow those hits, I think sometimes people think it's not realistic. Even though
Mhm.
following those hits is what's not realistic.
Yeah.
But I think that I don't mind anything that they've done at all.
Mhm.
Um and I love the idea of Sophia being right out Arkham, because she's crazy killer, right? But she's so smart, and
Yeah.
she's figuring out things so quickly. And that song and dance is going to be interesting between them all. And I don't think Sophia's going to get fooled.
Oh no! Right off the bat, she already knew. She already knew with at the dinner scene.
Yep.
She's like, I know,
Mhm.
I know. So yeah,
But she has to
um,
prove it.
yeah, yeah, and that's gonna be the hard part because Penguin's pretty smart, which is and that's why I liked about it too. Is like he was steps ahead, like legit steps
Mhm.
ahead, which was kind of cool. Um,
But
but
was he really, or he just got really lucky?
he got lucky too. There's a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck too. But yeah, but kind of going off what Brandman was said, that's kind of my one fear too. Is if this wasn't named the Penguin, it wouldn't have any connection to the Batman. You know what I mean? Like he can just be called like Oz or Cobb. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you know, it, I'm just worried that like we're gonna get away from him being a villain of Batman. You know what I mean? And I feel
Mm.
like that's my only fear. It's not a bad thing yet, but I feel like at some point these bad guys, any of the bad guys, need to start being afraid that them doing the stuff they're doing is going to cause attention from the Batman. You know, so that's my only fear is it's going to get too mobby and too crazy, and you're going to forget this does fall in the world of the Batman. So yeah,
I think
that's my
it's
my only
important that
fear.
you
It's not a
don't
problem.
have like real crime, like big, huge crime. Because if you have a huge crime and the Batman's not there, then you're like,
Yeah,
why the hell was he not there?
yeah,
Unless then when the movie comes out, it's all explained.
yeah. he's, he's he's really locked up. But yeah, I mean, spoiler. They somebody dies in the first episode. So I was like, if that's not a
Mhm.
big crime, I don't know what
7
it is.
minutes. I
Yeah,
mean, people.
yeah. The first
I don't
minutes.
think the Batman's going around trying to save people from the mob. It's not
No.
his number one on his list. He's not going to be
Yeah.
like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
not what he's care
Yeah.
about.
I mean, I'm not saying like he's gonna save a mob son, a mob boss son, but it should be like he should be the over kind of like in the movie they did it really well. The bat signal showed up in the sky and everyone was like afraid. So he
Mhm.
already has
That's how
that
it should
presence.
be.
They made it. They made
Mhm.
that in this universe that he has this presence of like, don't mess around too much. So that's that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just afraid we might get away from that a little bit. Like, but
I
but
agree with you. I agree
yeah,
with you, but I think that what they're gonna do infighting, and then why would Batman get in the middle of
of
infighting between the three mob families?
yeah,
Why would he care? Like, well, kill them and kill you all yourselves together. Whatever. You're not killing private citizens and y'all killing each
yeah,
other. I'm just gonna stay out here and see who lands where the dust settles.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, which could be, but yeah, I'm liking it. It was a good first episode, really good first episode. You know,
Agreed.
so but cool. You guys got anything else? Any theories? Anything you want to see? Don't want to see? I know we already talked about it, but you know,
Mhm.
I want to know if we're gonna see any other villains, not necessarily the Batman, but if we're gonna see any other villains in this show.
mm,
Um, and how that works. And do you introduce villains for the next movie through this show because of the way it's being done? Can you bring those? Because yeah, no one really wanted to see. You know, I don't think the villain was that great in the Batman, but if this is the way villains really started to rise into power, and we start to see that because of this show, I think that could be a very good thing and good overall for the franchise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I like that. I mean, Riddler's locked up, Joker's locked up. I mean, they could probably bring in some other people.
No, but it's all it takes Sophia, who just got out of Arkham.
Yeah.
To break someone out.
Who knows somebody. Yeah. 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 I like that. I like her. I think she's a cool character too.
Yeah.
So
me too.
Yeah. But cool. Now, so that's what we're thinking of the Penguin, that first episode. I think we have to wait like until Sunday now. Okay, I think it's coming out on Sunday. So like we gotta wait over a week for the second episode, which I don't know why HBO did that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't get it. But it brought in a lot of viewers. It brought in a lot of viewers. Supposedly, I think over like 3 million, 3.2, I think. They said viewers tuned in for this first episode. So people are excited. People are liking it. I haven't heard too many bad things about it so far. So definitely, it's gonna be a fun 8 episodes. Up until November 10th. Is the last episode. But cool. Yeah, September 29th is the next episode.
Yep, September 29th at 8 Central.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a Sunday show, which works out for us because it comes out on Sunday. We can talk about it on Monday. So yeah, it works out pretty good.
This makes sense for Max because that's what they did with House of the Dragon. This is what you do. You release it on Sunday and get the whole week to talk about it.
Yep. So but yeah, we want to hear what you guys are saying about it. I know a few people in chat were already saying they hated it and they're kind of digging it, but we want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. That's what you think about episode 1 of the Penguin. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any ideas, any theories you might have? Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday. We're gonna keep talking about the Penguin. But appreciate all you guys in the live chat. But stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night.